What's going on, guys? Blake Hawthorn, Itshisturf. We do over $600,000 a year in lawn care revenue alone, and we're going to talk about why commercial properties are so important and how you can land more of them. Welcome, guys, to Lawn Care Tips and Tricks. Tonight we're going to talk about how you can land commercial properties and some things that you should take into consideration this fall when a lot of them are renewing their property contracts. All right, guys, so you need two things when you're bidding commercial properties. One is going to be a bid packet. This is like our 12-month contracts that really break things down, get a little more in depth for your commercial properties. That's when I recommend the 4-page annual contract. If you haven't received that, leave a comment down below or send us an email at itshisturf@gmail.com requesting our lawn documents, and we'll send that over to you. Another thing is going to be a Google Doc. I recommend this because you can keep it and access to your Google Drive anytime that you have your smartphone with you. And what you want to put on this Google Doc is going to be the commercial property, the contact in which, whether that's the manager or whether it's the president, anything like that. If it's a POA, that's just your point of contact. And that's going to be the contact number, email address, basic information. But the most important thing is going to be the price that they are paying. Now, you may have to put a bid in one year to be able to request, hey, what was the winning bid, and to have an in on that property. A lot of these commercial properties are going to take you several years to be able to land because the price is going to fluctuate. They're going to have somebody that they like that is going to take a time for them to screw up to give you an in with them, things like that. And so what you need to do is, one, figure out when that contract is going to be renewing, and two, what the price is. A lot of our properties around here take bids in October, and they usually renew at the first of the year. And so that's what I recommend, that you go out, really start pushing and looking for those properties in October, and that way you can get your bids in and know by January, where you placed, if you won any of these. And then if you didn't, be sure and be following up with them, figuring out what that winning bid is and when they're going to open it back up for renewal. And that's when you can put them in your list and you can contact them based on when they're going to be opened up for new bids for the following year. One of our large commercial properties actually took us 3 years to land, and that's because we were having to figure out what the other company was bidding it at, and we were able to put in our bid year after year to finally get it to where we could make some money. We didn't want to price gouge and leave a lot of money on the table. We wanted to make sure that this property stayed profitable, and that's the best process that we have found, is just due diligence in time, and just that reoccurrence of following up year after year, letting these managers know that you are interested in taking care of their property, continuing to follow up with new referrals for them for properties that are similar to theirs that you're managing and doing a good job of, and then just continuing to make sure that you drop your price little by little, till you can get right in there. We actually ended up winning that commercial property that I'm telling you about by being a little bit over the current price of what they were paying. And the reason we were able to do that is because the other company had messed up and their quality had really gone down. And so we were able to then pick up this commercial property that we've been on for 3 years without doing a major drop in our price on our initial quote. Since then, we've done a good job on that property, and we've kept it for the last 5 seasons. And so I think that once you kind of get an in on these commercial properties, where a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's cutthroat, there are aspects, I think, like chain restaurants and things like that are probably looking at the bottom line lowest dollar. But on some of these things like HOAs, POAs, condominiums, apartment complexes, and things that aren't ran by a huge corporate office, I think that you're able to get an in, create relationships just like you do in residential lawn care, and really be an asset to your company and help you in growing and expanding. I know that commercial lawn care, which is HOAs, POAs, condominiums, and apartments, those 4 properties have played a huge role in us growing our company and exceeding over the $600,000 a year mark in just lawn care revenue alone. And so I really want to encourage you to reconsider some of those properties and pursuing them, because I know that I've got a lot of comments and videos before, what ratio are you commercial to residential? And if I was going to break it down where, those 4 types of properties would fall under commercial, then I would probably be about 85% commercial. Now, if I was to take that 85% of my properties and to break it down a little bit more, HOAs, POAs separated from condos, apartments, and commercial buildings, it would be more like about a 75 to 10%. 10% being commercial properties, apartments, and condos, and then the other 75% being HOAs, POAs, subdivisions, and things like that. Please keep that stuff into consideration. Start building your bid packets. Start keeping a Google Doc on these properties with contact information, bid pricing, and when the renewal dates are. Those things will help you in being able to land properties in the future. So guys, really really focus on those packets. Be sure that you get those core essentials that we talked about in today's video. Remember that this is not a sprint, it is a marathon. So just like scripture says, run the race with endurance with your eyes fixed on the prize. I definitely took that out of context, but I hope that it, relates to you. So guys, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed tonight's video. We're gonna draw a winner for a new hoodie. And the winner is Drake Meinhardt. So thank you so much, Drake, for commenting on last week's video. And your comment that won you was 42 properties a week, going to school 40 hours a week. Bro, you're killing it. And that actually reminds me a lot about myself. I was going to school, but when I was going to school, I was only doing like 7 properties. So kudos to you, bro. Really do appreciate your interaction on the channel. Thank you so much. Please leave a comment down below so we can reach out to you, figure out how to get this hoodie to you. We're also gonna need your size. But guys, thank you so much. God bless, and we'll see you next week here on Lawn Care Tips and Tricks.